Hello everybody and welcome back to brand new Dead Overflow video. I'm Dead Overflow, and before we get started, if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 100,000 by the end of the year, so please just do it. Also, if you want to learn hacking and, get more in-depth stuff, more about what we're going to talk about today, get my bug bounty course. It is in the description. It also gets you a free Aveno subscription forever, as well as my game hacking course. Everything is in the description. Now let's go with the video. Before we actually still get started, we actually have to talk about today's sponsor, KeysFan. You've just installed Windows 11 on your new PC, and you need a license to activate it, or simply need a license to use Office. You've probably gone to Microsoft's websites, and the prices have knocked you back, because yeah, they're not within everyone's reach. Thanks to KeysFan, this is no longer a problem, as they have completely legal activation keys for a very reduced price. And why are these prices so low, you may ask? Because they're OEM keys. Keys that are linked to your PC's hardware, to be exact. That is to say, the license will work for life unless you change your motherboard, which I assume is not going to happen anytime soon. Furthermore, with the code DEADOverflow or DOF50, you will get a 50% discount on the purchase of your Windows license, and use code DOF62 to get a 62% discount on your Office license. Buying is very easy. You add your desired product to the cart, apply your discount code, and you pay with credit card or PayPal. Once you make the payment, your Windows or Office key will be sent to you with a lifetime guarantee. Plus, if you have any problems, KeysFan offers 24-hour customer service. I will leave the links for all of the information in the description. A big thank you for KeysFan for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go back to the video. Okay, so today's vulnerability will be account takeover via password reset without user interactions. A very scary vulnerability, may I say. But actually, this issue was rewarded with $35,000, and in my opinion, reasonably priced bounty, because you may realize that this is an account takeover via password reset without user interactions. And how many users use GitLab? Yeah, around 50 M's use GitLab, which is super scary to even think that this actually existed. But here's the summary. The researcher found a way to change the password of a GitLab account via the password reset form and successfully retrieved the final reset link without user interactions using just its email addresses. Super scary. And these are the steps to reproduce. Go to the forgot password, enter the victim's email, and intercept the owner request and submit it via burp suit. Then right click on it, and extensions convert, okay, JSON, whatever, and you basically convert forms to form data to JSON. And now replace this converted JSON line to this. And this right over here, currently it's just actually containing a string of the victim's email. But what you do is you enter an array of emails, which is not actually what the website might expect, and you put the victim first and the attacker second, and forward the request, and you should get an email containing the reset link that was sent to both emails, the victim and the attacker. Click on the reset link and you change the password, and now you can log in as the victim using the new password you just set. And this was reported on it was actually quite a long time. It was like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And it was quickly resolved. It actually took a long time to resolve, which is quite interesting. But firstly, he was rewarded with a 1,000 bounty, and then it actually went to 34,000 additional. I think he was rewarded for this just for the report, and then later on, he was rewarded for more. So, a very scary vulnerability, and today we're going to be actually addressing and why this might have worked. In my opinion, I don't really know. I am a website developer, and in my life of actually doing backend development and actually using SMTP libraries and me hard coding emails and actually getting all my fingers and hands dirty into working into these mechanics, so I'm not actually using a plugin or anything like that, or a library to process that. I think that this is weird behavior, because I genuinely got no clues why would this be. I'm assuming it actually parses only the victim first. So once you submit this request, it will actually just take a look at the victim and then craft a link. But when sending an email, it will just blindly take like this, and whatever is here could be like an array, and it will actually send the reset link from victim to attacker as well. It is very weird behavior. And actually, this already exists on Hacktricks. So just give me a moment to find it. I think it should be here. And this is password reset poisoning by manipulating email parameter. And look at that. Attacker can add a second email parameter. So this can also work in some cases. So now that you understand that, an attacker can also do this, which is adding a CC to a second email, which is also very scary. But firstly, adding here a next line, like terminate next line. And actually, here is the trick. So add attacker email as a second parameter in a JSON array. And this right over here is what happened in the report. To be honest with you, I genuinely don't know how the backend actually looks like, but it's very hard to depict on why would it only take the first one when it's just super odd. When you actually like get a string, when you get an array and represent it as a string, it actually still looks weird. It actually contains both of these emails. So I don't understand how it was only first one that was taken into consideration when it was generating a reset link for it, but it's still weird as hell. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this and what do you think could be actually potentially the reason behind it. Because as of right now, I genuinely am clueless as to what could this be. It's still mentioned here, and hopefully you'll learn how to test a new bug. Basically, there's also a whole lot of different things you can also add. Like literally, this blows my mind. A different email parameter. This is a parameter pollution, but it could work. Maybe the first one is parsed on the back end, but second one is parsed as a. This one is parsed for link generation, but this one is then parsed for sending that link. You actually never know unless you test it. And also adding a second parameter using a URL encoded end as a form. There's also more of them. There's also this, which I don't understand why would it work. I do understand why this would work. This also BCC, yeah, sure. And also this, straight up clueless, but it's actually very crazy. And there's also some references to this. Well, yeah, you can actually read these blog posts. I will link them in the description so you can read them. They're actually quite crazy. And you can see that this person actually tried two different email addresses. And apparently it worked. So boom, I can't take over. So yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully let me know what do you think is happening, because me, as somebody who's actually worked as a backend developer, I don't actually understand this. I did work with Python, and I did work a lot with SMTP library, but as of now, I really don't know why would this actually work. So thank you so much for watching this little video. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below what do you guys think about this, like this video, stay safe, stay responsible, and as always, peace.